So, welcome to Approach the Bar with DanceBeat. Today, we are going to discuss the Pro Smooth at the Emerald Ball, which happened last night. And I am totally honoured to have Miss Marianne Nicole with me to give us her expert opinion on what went on. Hello, Marianne.
Hi, Chris. Nice to see you.
Oh, and it's always great to see you. Okay, so into sixth place last night, we had Kyle and Ali. So, Marianne, what were your feelings?
I felt that I see a change happening to them, and sometimes when I don't know if there is, but that's what I'm seeing, but there's a change for me happening with their dancing, and I feel that at times when people start to change things, there's that period of an in-between of how they were and what they're trying to do now, and I like to change, but my favorite dance was always their foxtrot. Mm-hmm. You know, it was very showy, very right up my alley. I like that. He kind of reminds me at times of what's that actor's name? Denny Kaye. The one that's in White Christmas. You know, that does all that. Yeah, he kind of reminds me of stuff that he does like that. But I believe that I had them between fifth and sixth last night. Yeah.
And actually, foxtrot was the best dance last night. Okay, but all in all, your sixth place last night?
Overall, I believe it was, I don't know if I had one.
Okay.
I don't think I had one, for sure.
All right.
Because someone that I had high, I think I marked them down.
Gotcha, okay. That was Kyle and Ali. So into fifth place last night, we had Roman and Kat.
Yeah, this is a very confident, very dynamic couple for me. They tend to, sometimes things can look the same, and so at times there's no difference between maybe their waltz and their foxtrot. So, you know, they place last in their foxtrot, but I can see that because it kind of was like a little waltzy for me. But, you know, they came out, you know, very strong in the beginning. You know, last year, you know, was their first competition. And so they've only been really doing this for a year. And they have their moments when it's great, and then their moments when it's a little questionable. And I think that if you're watching it at that specific time, you may see that questionable part and marks can drop. But if it's at that great time, for me, the choreography or whatever they're doing, and really anybody's doing, is that, you know, we only have that minute and a half to look. So basically, you only have like 20 seconds a couple to right?
If you're lucky,
right. So if there's any questions going on, I might be looking at you at a certain time and going, wow, this is great, blah, 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 and put my mark down. And then somebody else will see it after where a section may not be as strong, and then I had them fifth. Well, really, I had them the winner. Back and forth and how you go, and that's how the marks go. So I feel that when people are doing things, that they have to always make sure that everything is, there's no question of what you're doing.
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, they seemed a little bit quieter than everybody else.
A little bit quieter than normal. Because when they first came out, they were like, wow. Mm-hmm. And then they started to get a little quiet. So I'm not quite sure why.
Okay. But very good result for them to make that final.
Very great. Yeah. Absolutely.
Really good result. Mm-hmm. So after winning the Pro Cabaret last night, into fourth place in the Smooth final, we have Travis and Jamie Tuff, who actually were fourth in every dance last night. Your feelings?
I don't know if I had them fourth and everything, but I know that overall they were my fourth place couple. And I'm not sure if I had them, given them a third, but if I did, I wish I could remember, it was more than likely their Viennese waltz. But I felt last night that they're consistent, definitely consistent all the time. What they do, they're never off. But sometimes they're a little bit more artistic with the music, and I just felt last night they were a little bit too predictable with what they were going to be doing. And usually they're not. Like whatever piece of music is playing, then I feel that they dance to that particular piece of music. But last night I just felt that they were just going through their choreography and not that extra kick that they normally do.
Yeah. As I discussed earlier, I was obviously not judging last night, so I was able to video this, and it through the video lens, their outfits, which were really very nice.
Yeah, always. Very elegant.
Very elegant.
Right from the beginning.
But the colour seemed to die on that floor. But, you know, as usual, as you say, really consistent performance.
Yeah.
Really consistent.
And very and lovely to watch.
Yeah,
lovely
beautiful,
to watch.
beautiful to watch.
Yeah,
beautiful to watch. So
Absolutely.
that was fourth. So into third place last night, after a great tussle with the toughs, we had Yegor and Alexandra. Marianne, give us the lowdown on this one.
Well, I feel that that they've come a long way in a year. You know, I feel that there's great improvement happening here, and that, you know, they're very. They have a certain look, and he's very much into this style. And I told him a long time ago that, you know, he had a tryout with someone, and when I saw him, I said, you know, you love the latch and everything, but I think this is his true calling is the smooth, because he's very entertaining. He's very, you know, he gets into the whole thing, and I enjoy watching him. And I feel that she has come a long way. You know, she's finally understanding what's going on with the smooth and everything. And I feel that she's, you know, she's actually with him more, and, you know, focused a lot, and I enjoyed them. There are some technical things, however, that need to be addressed, and I hope she takes a look at that. And as far as his look, we were talking about his look. I feel that he's a little bit too, you know, with the open shirt. You know, I like it, but I don't like it. For me, it's not really him. Maybe an ascot of some kind might do it, but, you know, as I remember when he came on the floor, the first thought into my head came when Eddie Simon had actually started this vest with the shirt, because people wanted to get away from a tail suit and just a jacket. And it was actually a surprise birthday party that I had for John, and he and Michelle came and performed, and John wanted, you know, I asked some of his favorite people to come and perform. And Eddie, when he came, he actually had that vest on, and I said, well, you know, this could be a whole new thing. And he said, yeah, I wanted to try it. And so he did, and kind of took off for a while, but then it ended up going back to jackets and things like that. So that's the first thing I thought of, was when he came on the floor. But I think this couple has come a long way.
Now, obviously, when they first came out, they sort of blew everybody away, and then
they kind of
went, you know. So that really was a very good result for them last night.
Yeah, it's always that stepping stone and changes and things that happen, and I think that's what happened. They came out, whoa, and then it kind of went a little bit wavy, and now it's back again.
Yeah, so third in every dance last night.
Yeah.
And that was very good.
Yeah, very good.
Okay. So into second place, we had Max and Tatiana. As I said before, I viewed this through a very small video screen. My God, she filled all of that little video screen last night. It was incredible looking at what this young lady can do. So, what do you think about it all?
Well, let's see. There are things that I really like about them. And, well, I've always liked Max, and Max seems to just kind of, whatever the girl is going to do, or whoever he danced with, he goes along with it. So, you know, he had, you know, Yulia, so he had a whole different look with Yulia. He danced with Michelle for a while, and he went along with how Michelle was. And now he has Tatiana, and she, for me, is a totally different dancer than the other two, which, you know, he goes along with it. You know, he just goes along with the whole thing. And I feel that the dance that I like the most of theirs is their tango,
which they actually won last night.
And I do like that. There's a lot of drama in it and a lot of passion in it, but she tends to do a lot of that. And I'm okay with it if it was just a little bit more spread out throughout the dance. And because for me, most of the dances end up looking a little bit too much like tango. So she does incredible things, and I don't think that she has really even touched what she possibly can do, but I just think it needs to be spread out a little bit more and not so much all at once, because it can be a little bit this way. Because the smooth for me, has come, in such a huge change and everything, and it's very elegant, and it's completely different than everything else. And I just feel that I like it to stay in that direction with some drama, and not just a lot of drama without the easiness and softness and stuff like that.
Yeah. So once again, look at
I like that combination of the softness and stuff, because it's that's the style.
It's smooth.
But I like it smooth, And
well, let's see where they take
I don't
this.
think I'd like to see all 6 couples doing all that.
The energy in the room would be absolutely incredible if they tried to do that. There'd be shockwaves all over the place.
But she can definitely do a lot. But I still feel that it needs to be spread out throughout the dances.
Okay, well, there we go. Second, Max and Tatiana.
But first in tango.
First in tango, yes. So winning the event last night are current world and US professional smooth champions. So we have Nick and Victoria. Marianne, over to you.
Nick and Victoria, I've been watching Victoria for a long time, and she has come a long way with all kinds of the way she looks, the way she dances, and everything, and definitely confidence. She has come a long way with that. And Nick, he, in the beginning of him doing the smooth, he kind of, he was a little bit hesitant with certain things. And then when you made him realize, it's okay to do this here, and then you can go, when you're in closed hold, you can go right back to your standard. So once he got over that hump of it's okay that I can do this, then there was no stopping him, because then he started to get very creative himself. But I feel that for me, this is a couple that definitely does the combination of what I'm looking for. There's drama where there should be drama. There's easiness. There's softness. There's closed dancing. So there's a whole combination. There's musicality. For me, this is the whole package, and there's a whole look and everything. So I like them. I like them a lot.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of people who like what they're doing. One thing that interests me, foxtrot. Now, obviously, I've spoken to Nick and Victoria before, and as you said, Nick is a ballroom dancer, and they've incorporated a lot of ballroom stuff.
Actually, he's a Latin dancer. Did you know that?
I didn't.
He's a Latin dancer that, if I get the story straight, is that he came to be a Latin teacher, and they didn't need a Latin teacher. They needed a standard teacher. So he said, okay.
I'll do that instead.
I'll do that instead.
Wow. So anyhow,
I believe that's what you told me, right, Nick?
Well, if it isn't,
that's a good one.
If it isn't, somebody's going to write it and
Yeah,
tell
that's
you.
right, yeah.
So once again, I did talk to them. And they said, about going to England and doing a lot of ballroom stuff. So then they start to foxtrot with a West Coast swing, basic step. What do you think about that?
Caught your eye.
That is true. Okay.
Made you look. Yeah, I don't even remember what their original beginning was. But this definitely caught your eye.
Oh yeah. Well, as I say, I was looking at this through the video screen, so it was like, wow,
Where'd
okay.
that come from? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's new, because I haven't knew in the past, whatever, because I don't remember them starting their foxtrot like that.
Yeah. Well.
But definitely did. I don't know whose idea that was, but they're the type that will go with, okay, let's try this or let's try that, or something.
Definitely makes it interesting.
It did.
So, I think it was a fantastic night last night. The
energy in the room for,
it
beautiful
was off the scale.
to see all those couples on the floor. Was incredible. It was beautiful. I don't know if anybody got an overall view, but that would have been nice to see all that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure somebody will have been up in the back with a video camera doing that. Marianne, thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to me about this. We always love to know what you're thinking.
Thank you.
And if you want to hear more opinions on what went on at the Emerald Ball, remember, just go to dancebeat.com. Cheers, Marianne.
Cheers.